this video, you will be learning all about carnations, one of the most beloved and versatile flowers in the world. Whether you've seen them in bouquets, growing in gardens, or even used them in traditional ceremonies, carnations have a long and rich history that spans centuries. We'll be covering everything you need to know about carnations, from their origins and symbolism to how to grow them successfully. So if you love flowers, gardening, or just love learning about history and everyday things, stick around. Carnations, scientifically known as Dianthus caryophyllus, have been cultivated for over 2,000 years. Their name, Dianthus, comes from the Greek words that mean divine flower or flower of the gods. Some believe that carnations originated in the Mediterranean region, where they were grown by ancient Greeks and Romans. In ancient Rome, carnations were often used in garlands and ceremonial wreaths. They were associated with powerful emotions of both love and mourning. The Greeks also used them in coronation ceremonies, which is one possible reason that they sometimes are called coronation flowers or simply carnations. By the Middle Ages, carnations spread throughout Europe and became symbols of religious devotion. Monks grew them in monastery gardens, and they were often used in Christian art, particularly in depictions of the Virgin Mary. The flower's ruffled petals were said to resemble tears, adding to its association of love, sorrow, and remembrance. Fast forward to the 17th and 18th centuries, and carnations were a prized flower among European royalty and aristocracy. They were cultivated in a variety of colors and even became the official flower of some noble houses. Carnations carry a wide range of symbolic meanings depending on their color and cultural context. Red carnations symbolize deep love, passion, and admiration. In some cultures, red carnations are given as a romantic gesture, much like roses. Some people even confuse red carnations for roses. Pink carnations represent gratitude and motherly love. In fact, pink carnations are the official flower of Mother's Day in the United States. White carnations symbolize purity, innocence, and luck. They are often used in weddings and memorial services. Yellow carnations, unlike other bright yellow flowers that signify happiness, yellow carnations traditionally symbolize disappointment or rejection. In the language of flowers, giving a yellow carnation can sometimes mean I wish things had turned out differently. Purple carnations are often linked to capriciousness and unpredictability. They have a royal feel that can symbolize mystery and uniqueness. Striped carnations are particularly interesting. They symbolize regret or unfulfilled love, as if saying, I wish things could be different. Carnations also play a significant role in many traditions around the world. For example, in Korea, red and pink carnations are worn on Parents' Day, while in Spain, carnations are associated with festivals and national pride. In some parts of Asia, they are used in funeral rituals. Carnations are not just historical flowers. They have a strong presence today. They are the official flower of January, making them the birth flower of anyone born in the first month of the year. They are also the national flower of Spain, where they are widely used in celebrations, particularly in flamenco performances and traditional festivals. In the United States, carnations play a big role in politics and celebrations. They are the state flower of Ohio, chosen to honor President William McKinley, also known for wearing red carnations. White carnations have been used in Labor Day movements, particularly by the women's suffrage movement in the early 19th century. And of course, carnations are a staple in the floral industry. They are one of the most widely grown commercial flowers and are often used in floral arrangements, corsages, and boutonnieres. If you love carnations and want to grow them yourself, you're in luck. Carnations are relatively easy to cultivate, whether in your garden or in pots. Here are some key growing tips. Carnations thrive in well-drained soil with plenty of sunlight. They need at least 6 hours of direct sunlight per day, so choose a sunny spot in your garden. When planting from seeds, start indoors about 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost. Once the seedlings are strong enough, you can transplant them outside. If you're planting from cuttings, place them in moist soil and keep them in a warm, bright area until roots develop. Carnations prefer soil that is slightly alkaline and well-draining. Overwatering can cause root rot, so it's best to water them deeply but infrequently. Let the top inch of soil dry out between waterings. Adding mulch around your carnations can help retain moisture and prevent weeds from growing. To keep your carnations blooming for as long as possible, remove dead flowers regularly. This process, known as deheading, encourages the plant to produce more blooms instead of putting energy into seed production. If your carnations start growing too tall or leggy, you can trim them back to encourage bushier growth. Some varieties also benefit from staking if the flowers become too heavy. Like many flowers, carnations are prone to pests like aphids and spider mites. If you notice tiny insects on your plants, you can use insecticidal soap or neem oil to control them. You could also try to get some native ladybugs to come and live on the plants. Carnations are also susceptible to fungal diseases like rust and powdery mildew. To prevent these, make sure your plants have good air circulation and avoid overhead watering. Remember, water the toes, not the nose. Carnations are widely used in the floral industry for bouquets, corsages, and boutonnieres and wedding arrangements due to their vibrant colors and ability to stay fresh for up to 2 weeks. Their symbolic meanings also make them popular for special occasions, such as Mother's Day, funerals, and national celebrations. But beyond decoration, carnations have practical uses as well. In traditional medicine, they have been used to treat stress, inflammation, and digestive issues, as some varieties contain natural compounds with soothing properties. The petals of carnations are also edible and have been used in culinary applications, such as garnishing salads, desserts, and drinks, often adding a mild clover-like flavor. Additionally, carnations play a role in perfumery, where their spicy and floral scent is extracted for use in fragrances. Even in scientific studies, carnations are used to demonstrate capillary action, as their petals absorb and change color when placed in dyed water. With their rich history and diverse applications, carnations remain a beloved flower worldwide. And now it's time for some fun facts. But before we do, please subscribe to this channel where we are full of fun facts about interesting topics. I'm trying to reach the 1,000 subscribers needed for monetization before my birthday. Thank you so much for watching this video, and now on to some fun facts that you might not know about carnations. My girl Taylor Swift sings about carnations in one of her more popular songs, Maroon, from the album Midnights. You were standing hollow-eyed in the hallway. Carnations you had thought were roses, that's us. I feel you no matter what, the rubies that I gave up. Carnations are one of the longest lasting cut flowers. Carnations can stay fresh in a vase for up to 2 weeks if properly cared for, making them a favorite for florists. My husband bought me a floral bouquet for Valentine's Day, and the roses faded fairly fast, whereas the carnations lasted much longer. There were also some tiny sunflower-looking flowers in that arrangement, which frankly seemed to be eternal because they were nowhere near fading when I finally threw out the arrangement. If you know what those ones were called, please let me know in the comments below. They were not sunflowers. They were like tiny little sunflower-looking things. The Guinness World Record for the largest floral arrangement was made with carnations. In 2019, a massive floral sculpture using over 500,000 carnations was created in Mexico. Carnations can change color. As a teacher, I've done this fun science experiment with my students before. If you place a white carnation in water with food coloring, it will absorb the dye and turn into a different shade. This is often used to demonstrate capillary action in plants as they absorb the water. Carnations were once used as a substitute for cloves in cooking. The petals of carnations have a mild clove-like flavor and were sometimes added to food and drinks in ancient times. Have you ever eaten a carnation? I have had dried carnations in tea before in China, which is where I lived for 6 years. Carnations may seem like simple flowers at first glance, but their history, symbolism, and beauty make them one of the most fascinating flowers in the world. Whether you appreciate them for their meaning, enjoy growing them in your garden, or love receiving them in bouquets, there's no denying their charm. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll never miss out on educational and fascinating content. And let me know in the comments, what's your favorite carnation color? Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Parents and teachers, if you are teaching about spring, flowers, or nature, click the links in the description for educational content that can help make your lessons rigorous and engaging while making prep time easy for you. Thank you so much for your support. See you next time. Bye!